Hello and welcome to Miss Muses. So this video is the last video of our Teaching in Thailand series, and in today's video we're going to be talking about what to pack for when you're living and teaching abroad in Thailand. So if you want to find out what items you'll really need, just keep on watching.
After having talked about the process and the experience of living in Thailand, we wanted to give some advice, some suggestions as to what you should take with you in terms of clothes for every day, clothes for teaching, and other supplies that you might need. I have never been the best packer myself. I have the tendency to overpack, to always think that I need more than I actually do, especially if I'm going somewhere where I've never been before, where I don't know what the people wear or what the weather is really like. I will always pack more. So for this, we've looked back at what we took, what we actually used, and what we found that was more necessary to take with you, and we have narrowed down to what we would take if we were leaving now. Let's start with everyday wear. If you're not familiar with Thailand, Thailand is very hot. It's hot and it's humid, and it's like this all year round. So the key thing to remember when you're packing is to bring light, breathable, comfortable clothes. So we recommend taking 2 to 3 shirts, basic neutral colored t-shirts that you can mix and match, as well as 2 to 3 tank tops, again neutral in color, that you can easily mix and match. The thing to keep in mind is that in temples your shoulders cannot be exposed, so if you're out exploring and you're wearing a tank top, take with you a cardigan or a very light scarf that you can just pull over to cover yourself with, but other than that you should be fine. Also take with you a few blouses to dress up or for teaching as well. I took 4 very breathable and flowy blouses that I could use for every day, but I could also dress up, and the ones that were not revealing, that were pretty covered, I also used for teaching. And then I highly recommend bringing casual summer dresses, like t-shirt dresses or anything like that you can just easily pull over, especially when it's really hot. You don't want to be wearing pants. These can also be used for teaching if they're not too short, or can be worn under your skirt and be used as like t-shirts. Since these are all light, I was able to fit about 7. Now Thailand is relatively conservative, especially if you're a teacher and you don't live by the beach. I don't recommend wearing booty shorts. In our town, it was fine to wear short shorts, just no booty shorts. Have them be slightly longer just to be more respectful. We recommend bringing 2 pairs of jeans. I actually wore them a lot more than I thought I would. Make sure they're comfortable jeans. You don't want to bring a stiff pair of jeans that are already a bit uncomfortable. I took my favorite pair of jeans that are slightly stretchy, so even for traveling I found these very comfortable. And then bring another set of pants, like light joggers or leggings, something to be comfortable in or to go hiking in. You can buy in Thailand the light and airy elephant pants at almost any night market. Those are really comfortable and you get a souvenir along with that. If you exercise or plan on doing so, or like doing Muay Thai, I was also able to fit 4 workout outfits, which is perfect for the week. At least that was perfect for the week for us. You might also want to take a light jacket, like a light windbreaker or a light rain jacket for the rainy season, or if like us, you live close to the mountains. Once you're actually up in the mountains, it gets about 9 and 12 degrees, so it's pretty chilly. You might want a light jacket for that. And also don't forget to bring some suits. Definitely recommend bringing at least 2, so one can dry while you're using the other one. And then obviously all the basics, underwear, bras, anything else that you might bring, pajamas and all of that.
Clubs and bars in Thailand are like super chill. You'll see people dressed in shorts or even jeans sometimes, so we highly recommend that you bring casual but cute outfits. My go-to was always floral dresses, and Michelle always wore other casual dresses, or she wore a denim skirt and a cute blouse. So we just recommend that you bring 2 to 3 going out outfits that you can easily switch around. But if you're a person who's into more fancier places, then yes, we recommend that you bring 1 or 2 more dress-up options, but keep in mind that those types of fancy places are probably like in Bangkok, but the most common ones are casual that are spread all throughout Thailand. So in conclusion, if you're a woman, just don't bring heels unless you're absolutely certain that you're going to be going to a fancy place. But in the end, just wear whatever you want. This is just an FYI in case you are a person who wants to blend into Thai social norms and not stand out.
Now let's get into teaching clothes. If you're a girl, for teaching, you need to wear skirts. They need to be at the knee or below. I believe some schools may be more lenient on this, but at the knee is always safe. During the TESOL course, there will be a few times where they will ask you to wear teacher clothes, so definitely bring at least 1, and then you can buy more once you're in Thailand. Block skirts are best because you can make more combinations out of them, you can mix and match them more, and you can wear them more frequently without washing them. If you have tattoos, especially in your arms, they might ask you to cover them up, so bring a light cardigan or something for that. Another thing to maybe consider is that teachers tend to wear a certain color on certain days of the week. I believe this is not mandatory, but we ended up falling in line with this for the most part. I don't remember the order, but I do know that the colors are yellow, red, pink, blue, and gray, I believe. You can just keep this in mind when you're buying blouses and different shirts if you want to do this. Both of the skirts that I'm wearing in the clips I bought in Thailand actually. I ended up using the black one probably the most. I had other different colored skirts, but the black one is the one that you can make most combinations out of. And then the green one I found in a small boutique in Phetchabun. I love this one because it's more traditional and it was very easy to wear. The fact that it's a wrap, I didn't have to worry about size when I was buying it.
So as for shoes, you should just pack 3 or 4 pairs. For sure your teaching shoes, which if you're a woman, they're black flats, or if you're a man, they're more dress up shoes. But you could also bring everyday sneakers that'll match multiple outfits like Michelle did. That was her go-to. My go-to was to bring sandals or flip-flop. I just brought these rainbow ones and I wore them like every day, rain or shine, because it's always hot in Thailand. And if you're a person who plans to exercise and work out outside, then we recommend that you bring workout shoes. These are just the ones that I brought. As for bags, we would just recommend that you bring one everyday purse that's neutral and can match anything. Just think useful. So I brought this one. This is just a back one that I bought from Amazon, and it was easy to fit a lot of things inside, and I was comfortable carrying it around wherever. Also keep in mind that you can buy more cute bags in Thailand. For example, I got these 2 there. But if you're a person who plans to travel a lot within Thailand or in the surrounding countries, then I highly recommend that you bring a big carry-on backpack like this. So I use this in the airport, but also when I went to different islands or different provinces, and it is very easy to carry and fits a lot of your stuff in every single pocket. As for teaching bags, you can use small backpacks like this, but me and Michelle both bought ours in Thailand. I just used a reusable shoulder grocery bag one, and Michelle bought a cute one from a night market, and that was just a shoulder fabric bag. So if you just want to save space in your luggage, you can just buy your bags in Thailand.
So teaching supplies. We don't recommend stocking up on any type of teaching supplies really, especially not markers or anything like that, because you don't know if your school is going to have whiteboards or chalkboards. So it's better to save that for once you're actually in Thailand. You can bring colored pencils or other type of markers for your TESOL course. You will be making lesson plans and creating actual activities, so sometimes those can be useful for that. I brought with me colored markers and crayons. I definitely use those for that. I only brought like 2 packets. For stocking up, I recommend that once you're actually been placed in your school, that you find your local school supply store and there stock up on what you think you'll need. Now, if there's like a game, like a card game or any other type of game that you want for yourself or something to share for your students, definitely recommend thinking of that and bringing that. Also, any type of props or something that's specific to your country or your culture that maybe would be really cool to share with your students. I think having props is always something good to help engage the students, especially at the beginning when they're just getting to know you. Those are the basic things that you should take with you to Thailand. Now we would like to give some tips. Don't take things that you would not wear or use at home, either because you're not comfortable in them or you think you'll lose weight or something. If you don't wear it at home for some reason, there's a high chance that you probably won't wear it in Thailand or use it in Thailand. So just don't bring it. Just save yourself the space and take things that you already are comfortable with.
If your size runs bigger for basics, then we recommend that you get them at home. For example, I decided to buy my teaching shoes when I was in Thailand, and I just needed black flats in US size 9, but it was very difficult. I probably went through at least 8 pairs before I finally found a shoe that I liked and that they had in stock in my size. Also, the first day in my province, I needed new underwear, so I went to go buy the largest pack in Tesco. But let me just say that size did not cover me fully and it was very tight. So the smaller the province is, the least options you'll have. I'm sure they'll have more options when you're in bigger places like Bangkok, but keep in mind that that's not always easily accessible if you're not placed there. This is because Thai women are typically petite and skinnier, so if you're a curvier woman, just come prepared. So I know the dress code for teaching is pretty conservative, so if you don't already have those items and don't plan to use them again after you're done teaching, then I highly recommend that you buy a few of your stuff from a thrift store. It's very inexpensive, and I got my favorite skirt for like $4.
Now for makeup. Each to their own, but try to take the essentials only. Again, it's hot and it's sweaty, so you will probably sweat a lot of your makeup off, so you probably only want to take the essentials. Bring what you regularly wear and then leave the extra stuff behind. Just travel light. You want to be light. Now, skincare, specifically sunscreens. You might want to stock up beforehand. I want to say most of the sunscreens have whitening ingredients, and also they tend to be more expensive. We definitely recommend stocking up on sunscreens beforehand. Now, for other types of skincare products and lotions, we did find quite a few brands that we use back home in Thailand, so you might be able to buy there. And then for other things, it might be kind of hard to read the ingredients, so if you're specific about products, definitely bring extra just to be safe.
So if you're a person with afro textured hair, then I highly recommend that you bring your ride or die products from home, because Thailand won't have many options for you, unfortunately. I knew a friend who had a lot of problems with the humidity, and it was very difficult for her to find products that worked. And my final tip is for you to pack 2 pouches like this. The first pouch would be your electronics pouch, so you can put in your portable phone charger, your regular phone charger, your phone, or your headphones. And the second pouch is more for sanitary purposes, and in there you can put your face wipes, regular wipes, hand sanitizer, or any medication that you may need. And these pouches are not only useful to put in your carry-on for when you're going on the plane, but believe me, you're going to use them throughout your whole time in Thailand for when you're visiting other towns or beaches or islands. I just can't emphasize how convenient they are to just slip in your backpack or in whatever purse you're using.
Now for packing, something that I highly recommend, and I've seen other packing videos highly recommend, is taking these dividers, these pouches that make it so much more easier to pack and be organized. Everything that we mentioned, as well as like underwear and all that little extra stuff and skincare and all that, all fit in a big checking bag and a backpack, and mine is a pretty standard backpack. This checked in bag, I weighed it and it weighs 19 kilos, which is 4 kilos less than the max allowance for Ava Air, and I believe most airlines, which is 23 kilos. So it leaves plenty of room for any extra things, any extra medicine or stuff like that, and also gives you a bit of room so you can bring stuff back. We hope this was helpful and informational for anybody that's packing or planning to pack for their trip to Thailand to teach in Thailand or a country similar to it. This is the last official video for the Teaching in Thailand guide. We're not necessarily done with everything about Thailand. If anybody has any more questions, we're willing to make more videos about it or give more specific details about certain stuff. And also we have a lot of funny stories come out of it, so we might do like story times about it. But we do hope this was helpful to you. I definitely wish I had packed this way. So subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it, and leave us a comment if you have any questions, anything related to Thailand or packing or anything like that, and we'll see you in the next one.